Hey dog parents, I'm going to show you how to make two super easy dog enrichment treats using just a couple ingredients, and they're all winter themed. They're going to be super fun. So I'm using my favorite brand, Lickimat. For one of the recipes, we're going to be using their Lickimat Buddy, just because this one is like a little bit of a design, and I feel like you can kind of map out easier on this one. And then this is the Lickimat Yogi Pot. It actually looks like, they have it in tan too, and actually I've made like a treat before that looked like an actual like flower. It was really cool. We're going to use this for the other. So now I want to show you guys everything you need. Here's everything you need for the first treat. I have the actual like what it is and how much you need on the screen here. And here is everything you need for the second treat. It's going to be really fun. It's going to take just a couple minutes. Let's get into it. So we're going to get started with the first recipe. This one is actually supposed to look like a hot chocolate. And obviously there's no chocolate involved because it's for dogs. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab your Lickimat Yogi Pot here to start. You're going to go ahead and grab your dog's food. Now this will easily fit 1 cup of large breed adult food. So I usually like to do this as part of my dog Diesel's meal because he's an extra large dog and he gets 2 cups per meal and Annie gets 1 cup. So this is, you know, the perfect amount for her. She's about 67 pounds. So I put all of the food. Oh, we got some runaway kibble. I think one went in my desk. And you're going to fit that in there. And then we're going to be using a Brutus broth. You can use any flavor that you want. This is the flavor that I had left. I got to go get some more. This is their beef broth. And this is fantastic for joint support. It's one of my favorite food toppers for the dogs, and it's delicious. They love it. So this, I usually like to shake it up a little bit. So we're going to do that first. Perfect. And then I'm going to fill this until it almost covers the top. So we're going to do that. Perfect. Okay, cool. So then what I like to do after this is I put it in the fridge to kind of soak up for a couple hours. This is something you can do, like do this in the morning, and when you get home, if you want to finish the rest of it for a fun treat, you can, like when you get home from work, or on a weekend, you can just prep this. So I already have one that's been soaking for a little bit, so I'm going to put this aside and show you because this will go in the fridge for later. It's not fully done, but you can see the difference, how the kibbles are more puffed up. They are softer. Whoops, so soft and slippery, they slip right out. So this is what it'll look like mostly after it's been soaked. And then what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna grab my yogurt. This is gonna look like the little whipped cream on top of, you know, a hot chocolate. So I'm gonna grab, I have a piping bag. We're gonna use that in the other recipe too. I think I forgot to put it in the ingredients, but you know, it's fine. I actually made a recipe not like a couple minutes ago before I shot this. That's why there's something in there. Like don't think I don't clean this. I just shot another recipe. We're gonna put, I'd say at least like 2 good spoonfuls in here because I did something similar with something else not too long ago, aka a couple minutes ago. And we're gonna work that way all the way down. I do use a piping bag. I got this when I got my Conair Pro Pet treat maker. I have a video actually on here, by the way, check that out. It's showing all about the treat maker, and I have some really cool recipes with it, so definitely check that out. But it's like a nice piping bag. But if you don't have this, just grab like a plastic bag and just cut the little corner off, and then you're good to go. I just happen to use this. If I didn't have this, that's what I would use. So once you have filled this up, you're gonna like whip it around like little, you know, like little whipped cream. Like how cute is that? Oh my gosh. Oh man, I'm good at this. I'm sorry, my last one was not this pretty. I feel like I just made a freaking cupcake, man. I should go to Publix Bakery. Look at that. Oh my God, that's amazing. Just one little dop. That's not bad. I'm so proud of that. That looks delicious. Okay, I'm officially a bakery chef. So now what I'm gonna use to finish it off, we've had these naturally smoked beef sticks from Barkworthy's. They launched this collection either last year or the year before, I can't remember. My dogs love these, and these are a nice crunchy stick. It's not a long-lasting chew, I will tell you that now, just so you know. But it's, my dogs absolutely love it. And to me, this looks like the little, like, you know, candy chocolate stick that you stick in there when it's done. So I do that. And look, it looks like a little hot chocolate. How cute is that? I am going to put it back in the fridge so it can finish up soaking, and of course so the yogurt doesn't just melt and go everywhere. But this is essentially your hot chocolate, and I'm scared to dip it too far back because I think there's still some beef broth that's going to fall out. But that's how you make this. So we're going to go ahead and go into treat number 2. Okay, for the second recipe, we're going to be making a fun snowman. So we're going to start with our Greek yogurt. And before I do, by the way, I share fun dog enrichment recipes puzzle ideas, DIY games, product reviews, canine fitness, all that stuff on this channel. And if you have a cat in your life too, or in your family, I have some really fun things for them on this channel too. So if you love this video and are looking for awesome, fun ideas to always have a great time with your pet, please hit the like on this video to give it a thumbs up. And I'd love if you subscribe to my channel. It would make my entire day, and I'm just excited you're here. So let's get into making our snowman. So we're gonna bring back our Greek yogurt, and I'm going to add a little bit more to this piping bag, just maybe like a spoonful, because we still have a decent amount in here from the other one, to be completely honest. So the reason why I chose the Buddy, and I shared this, I think, earlier, I like using it to make an outline. So we're going to make just like a snowman, but we're going to keep it a little more basic, just 2 circles. So I like to come up to like, kind of like here-ish for like the first one, and then this the other one kind of comes up here, the smaller one. And with this piping bag, or like any piping bag, I like to use, you're going to see my arm kind of go this way a bit, but I like to use the point kind of on the bottom, because it just shapes it, and then you don't really have to, there's just less user error. So I'm going to kind of come to the side here and do this, and hopefully, hopefully it turns out how I want. Perfect. Well, it's fine. It's going to be filled in anyways. It doesn't matter. Perfect. And then we're going to make our second one. It exploded. Perfect. Okay, so now that we've got our little circles drawn, you're just going to fill this in. So you can just squiggle a little bit. You don't need too much because you can pull in from the sides. We're going to grab, I have a knife over here, and we're going to go ahead and just start filling this in. And once this is filled in, you kind of have 2 options. I tend to let this freeze for like 15, 20 minutes. Most of the time when you use something that's like this, whether it's plain Greek yogurt or pure canned pumpkin, you know, stuff like that, it honestly freezes fairly quickly. Even like a banana, a mashed banana, it freezes fairly quickly. So like I usually freeze in between steps of like adding something on, because we're obviously going to put on like the buttons and stuff like that next. And I'll show you what we're going to use, even to make the scarf. It's so easy, but it's so cute. It just gives it time to set, so that way when we use like what we're going to use to stick everything on here, I'm going to get that. There we go. It just actually sticks to it, and it's not like sinking into the yogurt. So I actually already have one in the freezer. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that so you can see it, and then we'll do the next steps. And actually, before I go grab the one out of the freezer, we might as well just actually make the little things that we're going to put on it, just because then it'll be ready and we can just plug and play. So what you're going to need now is we're going to grab, I use a cutting board. To be honest, if you want to be really lazy, just grab a paper towel. I've had those days where I don't feel like cutting on anything fancy, and this is not even a fancy cutting board. And grab a knife. We're going to use the strawberries to make the scarf, and then I'm also going to tell you something else you can do with the strawberries. So if you're making this around Christmas time, I also, on the snowman, like to make like, I'll cut like the tip of like one of these off, and I'll put it on like the top of the head. Like here, just pretend this is like the circle, the top white circle, and then the top, and I'll put a little white whipped or Greek yogurt little ball there, so it looks like a Santa hat. That's also something you can do, but since at the time that I'm publishing this, it is after Christmas, but that doesn't mean that when you find this, it won't be. So just giving you 2 options. So we're going to skip the hat this time, but you can do it however you want. So what I'm doing is I'm basically kind of cutting 2 little things. This is going to form like around the neck. We may have to like slightly adjust this or not. And then these are like the little dangles that kind of like hang down for like the scarf, like the little phrase kind of essentially. So it'll be kind of like this on his neck. It actually kind of looks like a bow right here. But this may be too short, it may be too long, and I have to bring out the other one in front of me. So that's all you have to do for the strawberries. And then what you're going to use for the nose, I like to use this, but you have options. You can honestly just grab your little piping bag and do like a little, or use a knife and just do a strip of like pure canned pumpkin. I honestly just cut off the tip of a carrot and actually give him a carrot nose. And it's not that big. It's, you know, it's the perfect size. So you can do that. And then for the buttons and for the eyes, I'm using my dog's kibble. You can use treats. I also use blueberries. That's kind of what I do. Usually I just actually, it's funny. I put blueberries as a treat in my dog's breakfast this morning, not remembering I had to shoot this today. So blueberries is what I typically like to use, but you know what? Be creative, use whatever you want, use what you have that is dog friendly and dog safe. And fun fact, by the way, This recipe that I'm showing you guys is actually a sneak peek from my Dog Enrichment Cookbook. It's my first like product ever that I've made, and I'm really proud of it. I'm gonna link it below. It's really fun. I have over 20 recipes. It's $5.99, and it's all Lickimat based, so it's enriching recipes. There's in sections for how many ingredients there are, like less than 2 ingredients, 3 ingredients, single ingredients. Like it's super easy, and there's a lot of fun like visual, like creative type recipes you can make. Like I have a Frankenstein face in there that's really cool. And you're gonna look at it and be like, that looks really hard, but it's like 4 ingredients. It's like super easy. You just have to look at the steps, and you're like, oh wow, I can make this in like 5 minutes, and you can. So now I'm gonna go grab the snowman out of the freezer, and we're going to, create them. All right, I grabbed my snowman from the freezer. You can see it's a little bit more iced over, so it's easier to work with. To put all of these things on here, I'm actually going to use some peanut butter. This is just, sugar-free, or not sugar-free, but like xylitol-free peanut butter. You're going to want to make sure that's safe. So we'll start with the eyes, because those are going to be super easy to do. Then we can kind of place everything. Oh, he's already looking cute. Perfect. And if peanut butter goes around, who cares? Your dog's going to love it. They're going to be really happy. There it is. Let's do the face, or the nose, whatever words are. Stick that right there. Oh, that looks awesome. For the mouth, I actually make like a little smile for the mouth, just out of a little line of peanut butter. This obviously does not have to be perfect. Just make however you want. I just do like that. Super easy, right? And now for the scarf, we're going to go ahead and see how much I actually need of this, if I need to cut it at all. It's not bad. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, right, guys? I mean, it's for your dog. They are not judging you. They are just freaking excited to get this. They don't know that you messed up. All right, let's put this here. A little bit more there. It's okay. His smile is just going to blend in. Ooh, that was delicious peanut butter. All right, we're going to go ahead and add in the little phrase. I'm losing it. Oh my gosh, hold on. It's so slippery, and it broke. I'm not surprised here. I'm actually going to cut a little strip just right here, just because it's just easier. There we go. And now it actually kind of matches. Not that it matters, but I do like that it matches. Perfect. And honestly, that's kind of essentially your snowman. It's super easy. If you want to make a hat out of anything else, you easily can, but that's your snowman, guys. It's super easy, super fun. I'll put a picture on the screen here of the actual snowman that I made in my cookbook, so you can check it out. And I'll also put a picture on the screen here now too, so you can see what my cookbook looks like. I've got it linked down below. But I hope you guys love this video. Definitely subscribe to see other awesome dog enrichment treat recipes, regular treat recipes, and everything I shared before. And I hope you have a possum day and your pups love this recipe. Bye, everybody.